For YouTube and Twitch, this is my fourth video I've done today. For Kick, this is my first video I'm doing today. TikTok just said thanks for the positive. Oh, that was some. I don't know if that's a lady or let me just quiet down. We ready to get back right into it. Let's go to the home screen. Let's see what we got on tap for today. I'm probably gonna do 2 videos on Twitch, and then for YouTube and Twitch, I'll finish up episode 4 and 5. Okay. What's this video about right here? It's a short video, but
I want to thank Grayson Waller for standing up for the sport of professional wrestling. On an Australian morning talk show, he felt like wrestling was being disrespected and mocked, so as one would do, he went off on them. This is what he said. Let's roll the footage.
LA, can you give us one of your signature finishing moves?
Can I give you one?
Yeah, can you, like, not me,
I'll just be over here.
but can you show us one of your moves?
No, I think it
Like
actually just showed on the screen there. If I do that, it's not going to be a good day for
maybe someone in
anybody.
like our floor manager, maybe he seems
Well,
available.
actually, our floor manager's leaving this week.
Yeah.
And he's sort of, I don't know if...
That's not for me. You want to go ahead and take this one?
Look, you.
Uh-oh.
I don't think you understand. Like, if I come over there right now, we're gonna have the police here because I'm not gonna give you some fake punch. Like, I'm gonna punch you straight in the jaw.
I think,
The disrespect that you have even talking to me. No, you want to talk to me like this ain't real? I got no. Don't act all tough, lad. Don't act all tough. Like,
get in the middle of this. You kick back. You kick back. Get him out of there. You get out of there. You get out. I'm so sorry. No, don't know too much.
You guys come here trying to disrespect us. Are you kidding me?
I'm not disrespecting you.
You're alright, mate. No, we love you. Also, yeah.
Hey, you take that trash talk and you get out of here. Hey, you get out of here.
Hey,
you take that trash talk. You get out. I won't have these guests disrespected like that, Mitch. You get out.
You're tough. I never thought you were tough.
Now, can you wrap this up?
You hold your pants tight. Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming in.
I'm not entirely sure if this was a work or not, but let's assume this is legit. If that's the case, I gotta say that I love this from Grayson Waller. Even though he's pretty young, he's not afraid to defend professional wrestling, and that is awesome to see. In the past, we've seen reporters and talk show hosts disrespect this sport, and wrestlers have done similar things. Heck, there's even worse things that's been done to these reporters. But if this is a work, then this was a genius idea from the crew to get people talking. It most definitely worked if this was indeed a work. As for LA Knight, I love how he's just chilling in the background. That's the most LA Knight thing that he could have done. In other news, Charlotte Flair has just posted a recent video of her working on her recovery 12 days after her operation on her knee. This woman is not normal. Most people would be at home healing, but she's already at the gym. That is crazy to see. I'm sure she's going to come back a lot sooner than expected. I can't wait for that return. Speaking of wrestlers who suffered from injury, Dakota Kai recently spoke about how her rehab is going great, and it won't be long before she's back in that ring. She still doesn't know when it'll happen, but it will be soon. And that's pretty much it for today's news video. It's a pretty slow news day, I can't lie. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. I'll see you all in the next video.
We gotta watch another one, bro. That was too short. I didn't even load my devices up. Alright, let's see what this one's about. They talking about Roman Reigns making a TNA appearance for Trinity. That see what they talking about here.
Karrion Kross and his faction's future has been made clear, so we'll see what the latest is there. We'll also check out what's new with Naomi, Bayley, and much more. Starting things off with Karrion Kross and the latest updates with his faction. For weeks now, Kross has been teasing the formation of his faction, and their official reveal came during a recent edition of SmackDown. Karrion Kross named his faction The Final Testament, and the members of the group officially include AOP, Paul Ellering, Karrion Kross, and Scarlett. And the vignette that aired for the group's name reveal was pretty great and provided a direct goal for what his faction had in mind and what they're setting out to do. Kross and Scarlett explained that the last few years have been about breaking
Mobile games are going big. Free Fire Max is now
people internally, which is true. Cross hasn't been picking up a lot of wins in recent years, but mostly everyone he's feuded with lately has gone through some massive persona changes or has acted out of the ordinary in some big fashion. Well, now, Scarlett said from this point on, it'll all be about breaking people on the outside. And the first on their list is Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Everyone has been waiting months to get a faction name reveal for Lashley and the Profits, and it finally came this week via a leaked report from WrestleVotes. They claim that the faction name is The Pride. Bobby Lashley would basically go on to confirm and embrace the leak by changing his bio to read that he was the leader of the Pride. So it looks like the Final Testament versus the Pride will be a big faction battle to keep an eye on SmackDown. It's basically a must-win feud for both factions. There's been a lot of hype when Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits got together last summer, but since then, not much has really happened with them, and we're still waiting around to see what they do next. It's been months that they've been together, and they still haven't officially revealed their faction name on WWE television. So there's still hype around the Pride, but it definitely appears that WWE doesn't really have a clear direction for them, and doesn't really know what exactly the group is and what they want them to be quite yet. They've lost all their important title matches in recent months, flip and flop between heel and babyface every other week, canceled angles like the one with BFAB, so things surrounding the Pride are a little messy right now. But as far as the Final Testament, they seem to be off to a fiery and great start to their run. They had a great few weeks of teasers, had great vignettes, had an official name reveal, and officially made their plans clear as day. While the Pride, despite being around for months ahead of the Final Testament, still has a bit of question marks in a lot of departments. So Final Testament definitely seems to be clicking on all cylinders and has everything figured out, while the Pride is still trying to figure out who they really are and what they want to achieve. So it'll be a big feud for both of them because they both desperately need this win over the other. Final Testament is brand new, so of course they need a big win to solidify themselves. And the Pride has been around for several months with no real signature wins together as a group, so they can really benefit from this win too. It looks like we could end up seeing a series of matches from Cross versus Lashley, AOP versus the Street Profits, or maybe a 6-man tag between Cross and AOP versus the Pride's 3 members. As always, when it comes to factions, a big fan conversation is always going to be the topic of additional members for a faction. All the top factions in WWE right now, such as the Bloodline, Judgment Day, Damage Control, and others, have all added new members to their faction as time went on. So who can eventually join Final Testament and have a role in the group as time goes on? Well, a lot of fans have been discussing Bo Dallas. Bo hasn't been used on WWE television ever since early 2023 when Bray first got sick. And then after Bray's passing, the big conversation was if WWE should continue the Uncle Howdy character and have him keep Bray's legacy strong on WWE television. There was a bunch of rumors over the summer and fall that Triple H and WWE were warming up with the idea of keeping Howdy's story on WWE television going for Bray's legacy, but ultimately it never happened. And just recently, a lot of fans wondered if Bo Dallas was still on the roster even after such a long time of inactivity. And reports came back and confirmed that Bo Dallas is still very much employed by WWE. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in the Uncle Howdy character, but even if Bo Dallas could return as an edgier version of his normal self, a lot of fans would love to see him get involved with the Final Testament.
I would like to
WWE and TNA have been in the headlines together for a little while now. As everyone remembers, WWE and TNA did officially launch a partnership together a few years back that saw Mickie James compete in a WWE Royal Rumble and also bring a TNA title to WWE television. It was an exciting moment. A lot of fans thought it would lead to many other opportunities, such as a WWE superstars appearing on TNA television with a WWE title. But that never happened. It was even announced a few weeks ago that TNA did partner up with Endeavor's streaming business, Endeavor obviously being the owners of WWE. So that little action there re-sparked some of those collaboration rumors between WWE and TNA. Some fans were even fully convinced that Triple H's special announcement a few weeks ago was confirming that partnership. But that wasn't the case. But in a very hypothetical world, what if WWE and TNA did have a television partnership in play? How could they both benefit from it? Well, there's one extremely great theory going around there that would be perfect, and it revolves around Naomi, aka Trinity, and Roman Reigns. Trinity just lost her TNA Women's Championship at their most recent pay-per-view event. Mercedes Moné and Bayley were even in the arena and backstage to support Trinity. But the match just seemed like her farewell to TNA, and she's expected.
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this.
I don't know when TNA
back in WWE as soon as the end of the month. But how interesting would it be if Trinity's transition had a WWE and TNA collaboration partnership around it that carried over between both companies? Similar to how Roman Reigns had Paul Heyman go over to NXT to talk with Ava Raine about some potential future plans. What if they did the same thing, but this time around with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman paying a visit to TNA to talk strictly with Trinity? Roman Reigns would basically go over there to speak things over with Trinity and try to convince her to pay a visit back to SmackDown herself, and maybe try to slowly ease her into the bloodline. This idea also connects with the other theory and topics that we're recently talking about, where we said that Roman Reigns needs to go out there and find some more allies and more help for the bloodline in any way he can, because the group is in such a weak state right now. We then discussed the idea of Roman Reigns and Heyman going after Ava for her to be their reinforcement. But what if Roman Reigns was that desperate to add depth to the bloodline that he really does go to TNA television just to give Trinity this proposal and give her time to think about rejoining the family on SmackDown? And then maybe after a moment like that, we could see Trinity pop back in WWE with a surprise return at the Royal Rumble. So it definitely doesn't seem to have the most realistic shot of going down like that. But with all the recent rumors and buzz about a WWE and TNA collaboration being in the works, it's fun to discuss how that sort of partnership could look like on WWE television, like the one we discussed today. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.
Alright, that brings us to the end of that video. Thank y'all for watching. I'll be right back momentarily.